What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, Senior the Don here at Modeled Out Customs, baby. We had a 71 Plymouth GTX, Dominics, they call them Doms or Dominics, you know what I mean? And this is his 71 Plymouth GTX with Fast and the Furious. But I got bad news, man. I had the paint was messing up on me on the hood. I kept having to strip it. And then I finally got the decals and stuff on it. Then I should have waited at least a day before I clear coated it. But I gotta stop this rushing stuff. I gotta have patience. Cause like the old man said, Don Horn said, the slower the build, the better the model. Well, the patience you are, the better the model. He specifically saying, the longer the better. You take your time and do it right and appreciate the model. I mean, you got to do it with love. So that was like something that came on to me. Normally, I used to get mad and crush and throw the models or just break them with a hammer. I mean, I used to get so frustrated. But let me tell y'all something. I want to share something with y'all. Modeling brought me from a very dark place. I had lost my mother. First I lost my adopted mother, then my real moms, like back to back, a year after each other in October, and they died in the same month, October. Then a little bit after that, my real moms died. They found my brother dead in his house. And I thought I wasn't gonna ever do models again. That's why it's not really a lot of content on my platform, on my channel. But I've stayed prayed up, and I asked God to help me overcome. But some made me pick up a model, and my first model was the 1994 Camaro. If you can go check that out. And I said I was gonna take my time, and I really took my time with that car, and it came out. It had a couple of rough spots, but it really came out. The only thing about me, I gotta learn how to be patient with my windows. I'm always messing my windows up. But this model here taught me that that I'm patient, and that I have patience now, because I stripped this thing 4 times. I know y'all not gonna believe me, but I stripped this thing 4 times. But I enjoyed this kit so much that I already have Dominic's first, the Charger, the Mopar Charger. I got that. I think that's a 70. I think that's a 72, or I think it's a 72 or a 70 Dodge Charger. The one that we popped the wheelie at the end. at the end of the movie. So I'm trying to collect all the cars that just Dominic drove. I'm not getting all the Fast and the Furious. I just want all the cars that he drove in Fast and Furious. Now, I know they don't have all of them in kits, but I know they got them all in in die cast. So if I have to get a die cast to finish what I have to do, and then so be it. But I had redid this car, flipped it because the decals was messed up. These front decals, all that up in here, messed up. I clear coated and they just start crackling. They crumbled. They like crumbled up. Had all type of cracks in them. So, I mean, I really got patience, because that probably would have ticked me off that I got that far to where all I had to do was put the decals on. So I wanted this car so bad that I went and purchased me another one. I went and got me another one. I'm going to make this this Plymouth, just like that. Now, I had wired up, as y'all can see in part 1, I wired up everything from the cooling hoses to the ignition. I even mimicked the ignition on the ignition springs and the coil pack. Excuse me. Ignition spring, the coil pack, the spark plugs on the wires, and the distributor. I mean, I tried to do my best with a little more detail. And from now on moving forward, I will be doing a lot of detailing. I will be focusing on details, like real bad. But I just want to hurry up. It took me 2 months to get through with this bill. And I can actually say that I'm proud of it. That I'm really proud of it, man. So, I'm gonna reveal the 71 Plymouth GTX. It's not Dominic's. It's the Don's. It's the Don. Moi. It is my bill. It is my car. So I'm naming it. It's the Don's car. So, without further ado, let me give you a look at it and see what you think. And we're back. Ta-da! Y'all see that thing, man? It's the 71 Plymouth GTX, man. That Fast and the Furious joint, man. I had to really flip the switch on this thing, man. So I said, since I messed up, I had to really come out with something nice, man. It had to come out nice, man. And yeah, man, this thing came out nice, man. I had used it. I had the paint I used was apple barrel craft paint for the bottom black part, and the trunk. And the hood and the wing and the wing on the back. I used that apple barrel jet black. And for the top, that is a color shift from Folkfurt craft paint. And it I'm gonna tell y'all something. If you learn your paints, I was dealing with Rust-Oleum spray paint cans, but I sprayed in the inside of my house, and it was like I was opening windows and all that. You have to spray that stuff outside. And then, in the winter in Chicago, you can't go outside in the winter. It's just too cold, man. You trying to spray something. So I had to switch to acrylics, water-based paints, where I could spray them in the inside, open the window a little bit, and, put on my mask or whatever, and, it won't cause no problems. So that's what I do. But my remedy is I use distilled water, and I put distilled water and a couple of drops of airbrush flow. What's the name of that? It's airbrush flow improver. The airbrush flow improver. I use that, and put me about 3 to 4 drops of that in there, and hey, the acrylic paint lays down it just lays down so nice and smooth that long as you prep your model right. Like, I prep my model, I wash it in dish detergent, Dawn dish detergent. I don't use nothing but Dawn dish detergent. Then I let it air dry, sand all the mold lines and imperfections on the car. And after I do that, I sand it from 400 to 12,000. 4, 6, 8, 1,000, 12,000. That's how I go with mine. I go from 1,000 to 12,000. Just matter of fact, no, I don't. When I got the model like far as, once I get through with all the mold lines, I sand from 400 to 800. Then I clean it off with some glass cleaner. Then I prime it. Then I take 3,000 up to 12,000 on the primer. I use 3 coats of primer. Then I go from 3,000 to 12,000. Get it nice and smooth. And then I come with my base paints, which I painted it silver. I painted it all silver. Then I went with the black. I painted it all silver. Then I went with the color shifter. Let me show y'all. First I painted the silver, then I did the color shifter, then I did the black. Went around it with that black. And painted the spoiler flat black, jet black. They come out flat black. The barrel, even though if it say gloss, it might not be that glossy, but this was the look I was looking for. I wasn't looking for, and then I sprayed it with a matte clear, the tail and the spoiler and the hood. I had took the rims off the original kit and put these 22s on there. I put these 22s flats on there that I got off eBay. And like I said, I really enjoyed this kit, man. This kit helped me to get some patience, man, because most of the time I stripped this car 4 times. I stripped the hood 5. The paint kept messing up. I kept trying to use the Rust-Oleum and Rust-Oleum, you know, it take days and days to dry, and I kept trying to clear coat it, and it was orange peeling. So I was like, no, you know what? I'm gonna just stick to the craft paints. Never go wrong with the craft paints. Now, I did the interior with the same jet black barrel, apple barrel. I painted the wood grain. Now, I must start buying Germany Revell kits because they come with more decals. Now, I don't really mind doing the work. I painted that wood grain inside of there. If you can look, you'll see on the door panels. You can see, let me see if I can get y'all a little close. Oh, that's the wrong way. Let me see if I can get y'all a little close. You can look in there. You can see the wood grain. You see the wood grain? I painted that by hand. I looked at a long time ago. I looked at a couple of YouTube channels that helped me learn how to paint wood grain. So I done that. And if you look at, I'm on my community page where you post pictures at. I just posted a picture of I think that was a 1951 Ford truck, and I did the bed. I painted that by hand. I painted that back bed by hand, and I glossed it and everything. I did it by hand, and that truck looked amazing, man. Just go check it out, man. It's the that gas station. I forgot the name of that gas station. It's that gas station. That a Revell kit? I think that's a Revell kit, or an ATM kit. I think it's an AMT kit. But yeah, let's get back to this. So I painted the front lenses with the clear blue, with the transparent glue from Createx. I did my back lights, red lights. I don't like decal lights. I don't like decal lights and stuff. So I paint these lights in myself. I painted my tail lights with a clear, Tamiya clear red, and I did my signal lights on the side with a clear yellow from Tamiya, and it just looks better. It looks better. I don't like no sticker light decals. I paint the lights myself. That's how I get down, you know what I mean? And it came out, I got photo etch on the for the door handles. And it's one thing I forgot to do. It's one thing I forgot to do, and I'm gonna take pictures of it and put it on the community. I'm gonna add door locks and wheel valve stems for my wheels. And I use straight pins for that. I just cut them short, glue them on there, and I paint it black and put a little gold at the top. You know, the top look a little gold. And I have my steel valves. Or you can paint the whole thing back like it got the cap on it, you know what I mean? So, like I said before, I had a old like fire extinguisher looking thing, and I painted it blue and put a Road Runner sticker on there, if you could see it in the inside of there, imitating the Nas. Let me see if I can get y'all to see that. You see it in there? I got the little blue thing in there imitating the Nas tank. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm starting to just add a little more detail to my builds, man. It's like, it makes them, you know, it looks a little more realistic. Now, I got to show y'all this engine, man. I really did my thing with this engine, man. So, without further ado, I already took the filter, the air filter off the top of it, so I can show y'all a few things. Then I'll put the filter back on the top. And another thing, these hoods have a problem. I had to cut the little things off the side. They get stuck too much. It won't even go in correctly. Once I cut them off, it went in perfect. But I'm gonna stop this for y'all. Okay, we're gonna zoom in a little bit. Take this down. There we go. Zoom in a little more. Okay, as y'all can see, I did the two hoses that come from the back, cooling hoses that go inside of the motor in the front. Got them going in. I got my spark plugs and wires running. And on the picture, they had a plug coming from the intake. From the top manifolds going inside the carburetor, 6-pack carburetor. And I also have the springs on the side imitating all of that. I took a pin, a straight pin, and wrapped some, I think that was 24 gauge, like the smallest gauge wire that I had, and I wrapped it around there and then glued this. I had a staple that I curved like that. I just tried to imitate the engine as close as possible that I could. Now, of course, I got a little more touching up to do, but it'll get done. I got to put a little, get that little mark out of there. And then, I don't know what happened to my booster, my brake booster, and the reservoir for the brake fluid. I wired all that up, had it going, through there. I wired all that up as well. But somehow the flow gods got me, man. It failed. I don't know where it went. I searched and searched and searched. But I'll find another one to replace that. There's nothing. I gotta go in my junkyard. I gotta go to the junkyard, the model junkyard, and get another booster and a reservoir and the brake fluid reservoir. But I had everything all iron, all wired up. I had two brass wires coming out of there, going just like I saw it on the picture. I had them going in the direction I saw the picture had. But yeah, that's what I did, man. And yeah, and this is the 71 Plymouth Dodge. And I'm gonna put that scoop on there for y'all so y'all can see how that 6-pack supposed to be lucky. You feel me? Man. And this is your boy, Sini the Don, man, over at Model Out Customs, man. I try to do my best. And like I said before, this smaller thing really saved me, man. It saved me from having anxiety and panic attacks, man, because when I'm doing these models, man, I'm not thinking of nothing of the world, man. I'm cast out of this world. I don't know until like maybe the phone ring or somebody call my name, man. That's it. So I just want to thank y'all for coming out. See how that just go right on there? When them little things was on the side, I was having problems putting that hood on. Once I cut them little side things off, man, it went in perfect, man. But like I say, I thank y'all for watching, and I appreciate y'all coming out. Like I said, this is the 71 Plymouth GTX. Dominic's Fast and Furious, but I flipped it because I had too many problems with it. But the next one, I promise y'all, I'm gonna get it done right. But you know, the GTO is next up, man. The GTO is for the I'm supposed to have this thing done by Saturday. This is for the Luca C build off for the GTO. And I came in a little late, so I don't know if it's supposed to be box stop, but you know, I flipped it, man. I'm modeled out customs, man. You know, every now and then you will get a box stock out me, and that's if I want it like that. If that's the way I want the car to look, that's what I'm gonna do. I mean, but this here, I had saw a car like, it's this page that be making these classic cars, and I saw this. It came to me. It was another car, but it's the color. I had to take that color scheme, man. Wait till y'all see that GTO, man. Oh, I'm telling you, that thing gonna be nasty. But yeah, man. Y'all stay safe. Hope everybody's blessed, man, and highly favored, man. Y'all keep on doing what you're doing. Stay styrene crazy, man. Peace out.